Two things before I get into this video, folks. I will be live streaming later on tonight about some commie lefty who's going to try and explain to us why Anna Kasparian is leaving the left and why the cult is hemorrhaging people. And we're going to shitpost and see how many cliched reasons he's going to give, because watching lefties spiral and cope is really, really funny. Now this video, yes, I did shamelessly pinch this from V. I saw his video and went, oh, hang on, I need to make a video about this one as well, because this is comedy gold right here. I saw Kirsche post about it as well on the Twitter, with people telling me they would hope it makes its way across my desk, so here we are. Monetization director at Ubisoft. Literally sounds like his job involves greenlighting money going into a cash register, doesn't it? I rarely post on social media, but today I am sad, ashamed and sad. So you're going to use social media as your own personal public diary. You should be ashamed, because that is sad. Eat some steak and butter, lift heavy rock and make sad voice go away. In your case, it'll be your whining conscience. In our case, the sad voice is you. The gaming industry is rough at the moment. We all know it. No, the Western gaming industry is rough at the moment because it's infested with a bunch of subpar theater kids whose apex in life was a participation trophy before they hit puberty. And by the sounds of it, some of them never did. The Far East, on the other hand, is doing just fine, by the way. Even as a bunch of whinging feminists over at IGN are claiming the Chinese developers' history is sexist. But hey, it's not like they know nothing of anything outside of their own echo chamber, let alone another nation and a language they don't even speak. But seeing how gamers react on social medias, wishing ill fate to companies and people alike is sad. And not only towards Ubisoft. No, it isn't. It's called reviews of the piles of wank you midwits crank out of a vat of politically tainted gimpery. Even though it is always the vocal minority that express themselves on social media, I was hurt and ashamed to be part of this community. My word, someone get this boy an adrenaline shot of tea or something. This is ridiculous. But let me explain how these hive-minded drones actually think. Because they live in this weird, isolated echo chamber, I reckon they believe everyone else outside of their sphere operates just like them, which is not true, obviously. The concept of the vocal minority on the Twitter that opposes them being backed by a silent majority doesn't actually exist in their heads. Or if it does, it scares the bollocks out of them, and so they would rather pretend that doesn't exist as they go insane. I think it's probably the second one, but I can't be too sure. What is even more revolting is coming on LinkedIn and seeing the same comments from people within the industry. Oh my word, the handful of genuine talents still being held hostage in the rainbow prisons are beginning to speak. I'm sure being around people who disagree with you might end up costing you thousands in therapy sessions. Don't worry, you'll be fine. And if you aren't, on top of exposing yourself as a clearly non-decent human being, you are affecting thousands of employees that are already impacted by all the hate despite doing their best to deliver incredible experiences. It's quite astonishing to me that this wave of supposed hate only came about after the 2010s, after what many would consider the golden age of gaming. I wonder if there might have been a change in the gaming sphere since then that would account for such a change in behavior. You know the scripted ones that have this kind of mindset? They really are the theater kids of society. You know the ones that would get bullied in sitcoms, but ultimately they would end up becoming rich and successful? That's not real. In reality, they never got any better, and they didn't improve as human beings. They're still bitter, and their bitterness was just weaponized by those with power who uses them as proxies. Now they take it out on the rest of society, feeling emboldened by what's behind them. Seeing how they behave is a really strange dynamic. It's a group of hyper-infantilized misfits, like a support group where they treat each other like they're the enabling mothers who forever coddles them. In the face of any adversarial opinions, all they can do is whine and bitch. They're the spoiled trust fund babies who've never been told no. They're like children who grew up in the bubble, whose immune systems never got tested, and now they're so incredibly brittle a block of cheese to the forehead could spell doom. And keep in mind, this is supposedly a guy saying this. No man should ever talk like this on a public forum. It makes you look pathetic. There's this urge in the back of my head that looks at this behavior and says, you're prey. You should be conquered because your weakness offends me. And the reason why they're like this is because their lives are empty of any meaning. It's completely hollow, and so they gravitate towards moral posturing to delude themselves into thinking they somehow matter. They want to be the popular kids, but they have no shred of aristocracy that would justify this in any way. They don't even know this, but their existence is actually a symptom of quality collapse. How can you wish a company to fail simply because they do not cater to you or that the product does not please you is beyond me. Okay, let me try and explain this to you, bucko, seeing as you don't quite understand how a business relationship works. Why is gamers in quotation marks? But anyway, if I'm a gamer and you were a company that produced gems that I enjoyed, happily I would invest both time and money. Let's say BioWare, right? And over 10 years ago, you made characters that look like this, and this. And then several years down the line, you produced this. I am not going to spend thousands on a rig, lob money at you as you insult me by throwing this inferior quality of slop in my face, and then actually insult me by calling me a bigot if I don't chow down and swallow this crap. I am the customer. You exist to serve me. Without me, your business tanks. The only opinion worth listening to is mine. If you don't get my ear, my attention, and my money, guess what? You're expendable. You're damn right I'll wish ill fate on you, because you suck, and you produce suck. And until you stop sucking, you will continue to get a barrage of consumers telling you do suck. We're all in the same boat. Please, please, please stop spreading hate. We should all get out. Fuck off! Hopefully I'll be more relaxed during the live stream. Hope to see you all there. Link is down below. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.